I assume you haven't forgotten the delivery we were to make here, Arisen?
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
I quite agree.
We found an Archistaff and great sword both. What say we bring them to Sir Klaus? A person of import, I take it? Very well. I will lead the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Good. We're here.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Oh-ho! You have procured an archer staff, I see. Most excellent. You may now change your vocation to sorcerer, if it pleases you, sir. However, if you wish to register as a warrior instead, you will need to acquire a greatsword.
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a greatsword. You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be resupplied anon. Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance?
Always a pleasure.
Let's take it easy today. I'm dead on my feet.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
The rules at your leisure. I'll gladly stay a while.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
Oi, you there. Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening.
As long as you please.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town. Hail, friend! Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
The world's better.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? How extraordinary.
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does. Got to be ready to give the signal.
Now that's a crowd and a half.
Well met, sir. Fancy again?
Your Majesty,
Fine wares all-
your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
The rules at your leisure.
Time to head to market. Time to head to market.
Welcome.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
We have naught to fear if we default to the experience at our disposal.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Crowd that size, not a single heavy purse.
It is on me to bear what younger shoulders can't.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
It's on me to bear what...
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
True enough. A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. 'Twas a chimera I was tasked with battling. A ferocious and terrible beast. I'm in no hurry to face one again.
Open your eyes, everyone. It is dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Shall we get...
I have nothing further to add. Good evening, Arisen.
I'd fain put down my steel for a mug of warm ale.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
It's
And
been
it's
a
just
hard day.
really scary. I've never seen one.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
What should I do?
Sharp resist.
Life can be tiring even if you've no troubles.
I keep feeling eyes on the back
My
of
head hurts just thinking about it.
No one will disturb me here.
This looks as good a place as any.
I do like it here, but it can get very dull.
With that good smell.
Welcome.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
A lonely place. But not without its charm.
Our soldiers need...
do you... know how long you'll be?
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Might look to partner up with someone else.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle, were it possible.
I must earn the people's faith.
I always draw the short straw.
It falls on me to
'Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
My sword arm could use some work.
That rat again. I'll gut it myself.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
What they're whispering of me now, I dread to think.
If I see that rat again, I'll gut it myself.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
My sword arm could use some work.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brant if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been, Your Grace?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee, inform us when you leave your chambers. What has happened to you?
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Good to see you, Master.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Time to be
You're
heading.
fool enough to fall for it. Shame on you.
Now this is a conundrum.
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does. Song it does. Can't afford any mistakes this time.
I've never heard such nonsense.
What? Welcome. Come rain or shine, I'll make
It's on me to bear what younger shoulders can.
Now this.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
What should I get up to today? It's on me to bear what younger shoulders can.
Peruse at your next. Gotta be so.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain even more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
I know not what to make of this. Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
How precious little time.
Mayhap a noble will submit
Welcome.
to my charms. To see so many smiles about. Been a while since I heard a good story.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Try to enjoy life when I can. I'll have nightmares.
The room's at your left. Let's take it easy today.
I sense eyes upon us.
Fancy a look at my wares?
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Can get very dark.
Need anything?
If I could, I'd never leave.
Lots to do. Precious little time.
What? Huh.
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out? So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Aye, aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Greed will get you nowhere, friend. But worry not. You won't need it where you're headed.
You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
Report to me if aught catches your eye.
Yes, sir!
Ugh.
We shall see how bold you are in irons.
Do not
test me.
Time is of the essence. We must needs expose Disa's plots ere they can come to fruition. Time is of the essence.
What must needs be done?
Waiting on my report.
Yes, then it looks.
We shall see.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Can't work as late as
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Suppose that's enough for one.
Here I can let down my guard.
Time to hit the sack.
Time to be heading home.
Nice place, this.
Could use a dash of salt.
Those new recruits could barely live.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
Branded by winches on all.
Would that I ne'er had cause to draw steel.
Master, pray let me know beforehand if we are to meet somewhere different.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
I just nodded off for a moment there.
Would that I ne'er had cause to draw steel.
Polish up my gear for the morrow.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oho! The ruler, you say. Claim you to be Arisen as well, then? I must applaud the audacity of spinning such a falsehood. Though the possibility certainly stands that the man currently residing in the palace is but a pretender. Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be Arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Disa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
The Magistrate seeks a place to quench his thirst for knowledge. Where might we find one, I wonder?
Well now, I'm not sure.
Now you it. 'Tis a thankless job, this.
What ruins your day like getting it open?
I ne'er had cause to draw steel.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen. One Wakestone shard is a mere rock, but combined they can work miracles.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
I'll go and open the chest.
Grant us thy blessings.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You have lost sight of your path, but I can point the way. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you. A lonely place, but not without its charms.
Oh dear.
My bed.
My back. What
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
on me to bear what not much to do yet.
Time to catch myself up on the talk around town.
Welcome.
Everyone's as tired as I
Swapping stories is one of life's great pleasures.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
We shall see how bold you are in
Whoa.
This is all wrong.
The state of things makes my lot rather difficult.
What a bore! Here's hoping this scene needs more than
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Wolves, if I've ever seen them.
It fears fire's fury! Take it easy today. Why, they're acting up.
This isn't much to go on.
I'll whistle.
Try all I might. Time to head to market, methinks.
Need anything?
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again.
Our pack. Are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
Oh, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
place. Strapped. I'm ready for business.
Doesn't seem right.
I can't stand much more.
Just nodded off for a moment there.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.